Assalamualaikum and very good evening to all of you guys. My name is Danial Hadi.
I am Afrina Faizal.
I'm Amila Syazwani.
I'm Siti Sara.
So, do you guys know what is actually the meaning of a statistic and its application in real life? In maths, statistic has a wide range of users in the field of science, business, industry, economy, medicine, education, agriculture, and so on. Let me take an example. When it comes to the field of science, by having the statistic knowledge, we can analyze the data created from the experiment. In other ways, in manufacturing, having the statistic knowledge, we can determine the quantity control achieved with the end of the statistic. However, when it comes to business, we can determine the compatibility of a certain product with economic and social demand. Next, when it comes to formation of national policy, with the statistic knowledge, we can get the data for the census use in economic and social planning. Last but not least, when it comes to educational field, having this statistic knowledge, we can analyze the progress of student in any examination in certain school.
Next, statistic is divided into two parts, which is descriptive statistic and inferential statistic. Descriptive statistic is about the activity of collecting, classifying, presenting, and describing quantitative data, while inferential statistic is about the part dealing with technique and method of interpretation of the result obtained from the descriptive statistic.
To begin the discussion, here the example of the question that we are about to discuss. But before that, we are going to give a few ways so that we can solve this question easily. The following table shows the frequency distribution of the number of people in Kampung Chodoi according to their ages. For each of the above data, find the mean, median, mode, first quartile, third quartile, standard deviation, Pearson's coefficient of skewness, and interpret.
Step 1. Do a table. This allows us to make us easier and smooth calculation steps. The table will consist of 5 columns: class interval, frequency, cumulative frequency, class midpoint, fx, and fx squared. Based on question, given that class intervals and frequency table. Next, we need to find the cumulative value by adding the frequency of the data given one by one until the cumulative value at the last class intervals equal to total frequency, which is 25. For example, first class interval, the cumulative frequency is 5, plus 7 we got 12, plus 4 we got 16, plus 4 we got 20, plus 3 we get 23, and plus 2 we got 25. Next, we need to calculate class midpoint. Class midpoint, the formula of class midpoint is upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2. For example, for first class interval, 10 plus 19 divided by 2, we get 14.5. It is for the first class interval and it same goes to other class. Next, we need to find the fx by multiplying the frequency f and the class midpoint x. For example, for first class interval f, 5 multiplied by 14.5, we get 72.5. It also same goes to other class interval. Last but not least, determine the fx square by squaring the x value. We did not square the f value by x value only. For example, first class interval, the frequency is 5, multiplied by 14.5 square, we got 1051 0.25. It same goes to other class interval. First question, we need to find mean. In order to find mean, the formula is sum of fx divided by sum of frequency. 852.5 over 25, we get 34.1. So the mean is 34.1.
The next question is to find the medium. But before that, we have to determine the class medium first, which is n over 2. So 25 over 2 is equal to 12.5. Thus the median class is 30 to 39. Median is equal to lower class boundary of class median plus n over 2 minus cumulative frequency before class median over frequency of class median. Then we multiply it with the class width. So 29.5 plus 25 over 2 minus 12 over 4. Then we multiply it with 10. We get 30.75 for median. Find mode. The class mode is 20 to 29 because it consists most frequency, which is 7. Mode is equal to lower boundary of class containing the mode plus the difference between the frequency of the class mode and the frequency of previous class frequency over the difference between the frequency of the class mode and the frequency of previous class frequency plus the difference between the frequency of the mode class and the frequency of the class after the mode class multiple by class width. So we got 19.5 plus 7 minus 5 over 7 minus 5 plus 7 minus 4 and then multiply by 10. Thus the mode is 23.5.
For question D, we have to find first quartile. First quartile is 1 over 4n, thus the first quartile is in the 20 to 29 class. Q1 equal to lower boundary of class plus n over 4 minus cumulative frequency before the Q1 class over frequency of class multiplied by class width. So 19.5 plus 25 over 4 minus 5 over 7 multiplied by 10. Thus we got 21.29. For question E, we have to find third quartile. Third quartile is 3 over 4n. Thus the third quartile is in the 40 to 49 class. Q3 equal to lower boundary of class plus 3 over 4n minus cumulative frequency before the Q3 class over frequency of class multiplied by class width. So 39.5 plus 3 over 4 multiple 25 minus 16 over 4 multiplied by 10. So Q3 is equal to 6.38.
Next, we're gonna find the standard deviation. But before that, standard deviation is equal to square root of variance, and the variance equal to total fx square minus with total fx square over total frequency over total f minus 1. So standard deviation is equal to square root 35,166.25 minus with 852.5 square over 25 and over with 24. So we can get the value of standard deviation, which is 15.94. Next, to find person's coefficient of skewness. Person's coefficient is equal to 3 is multiplied by mean minus with median over with standard deviation. So present coefficient is equal to 3 multiplied by 34.1 minus with 30.75 over with our standard deviation, which is 15.94, and directly we can get the value of the presence coefficient, which is 0.6305. from the value just now, the data are skewed to the right because mean is greater than median. That's the end of the question.
Last but not least, can you guys imagine how data description was applied in our real life? Actually, there are plenty of ways that can be used for data description concept to our life.
To summary, all of this data description is widely used in our culture. Maybe we did not notice it. However, this is absolutely applied in our life culture.
I definitely agree with Daniel. Data description concept is applied everywhere, and now we just solve one problem related to our real life. It's such a great move to work together.
Yes, I get to gain new knowledge from you guys. So thanks to all of you for your contribution in order for solving the problem related to the data description concept. So
Thank you, everyone.
Pleasure.
Amila.
bye bye.